Hey guys, so we are back once again for another stocks by request. For this video, we're gonna talk about Dito, RRHI, APL, PHA, and BDO. And we're also gonna give you an update on what's happening in the PSEI as well. So if you guys are ready, you guys are excited, comment. I'm excited, comment. Let's go and let's do this. So the PSEI closed at 7,082. Percentage, it went up slight again at 0.23%. It's up 16.6 points. Value turnover, though, for the day was massively higher at 11.31 billion pesos. And that being said, if you look at the chart right here, it's still currently moving from the sideways progression from the bounce from the 100-day moving average, from the bounce from this 6814 support level. The breakout of the 20-day moving average is intact. However, today, it got blocked by the 50-day moving average. So, as of now, by the time we're making this video, we're actually still seeing the PSEI moving sideways and consolidating, with the main underlying support at the 6.8 level, and the main resistance still is right here at the 7341 mark, with a smaller and shorter resistance by the 50-day moving average. MACD still below zero, but it's still denoting a change in direction upward. RSI is continually bouncing from oversold levels. Now let's get into the thick of the action. Let's look at RRHI. So RRHI, surprisingly, no last ng volume niya for today. Value turnover was around 1 billion. It's up slightly at 0.88%. Value the stock closed at 57.5 pesos per share. So if you look at it right here, it went up intraday as high as 59.4, opened at 57, but eventually closed at 57.5, which, if you look at it right here, it's still below the resistance that I've plotted. So the resistance at 58.47 is still pretty much intact. So the downward progression also for RRHI that I'm plotting right here, still intact. The 20, the 50, with the 100 and 200-day moving averages are still bearish. So the way you read RRHI, MACD bearish, MACD, it's still showing a change in direction downward. All moving averages are bearish. RSI is oversold. Trend is still headed down. Then from a support and resistance level, it tried intraday to break out from the 58.47 level, but it still has not. So as of now, we'll just take it as it is, that it's still under a breakdown. It's still forming a downward progression, and the next possible support level, assuming that it does not go above the 58.47 support level, will be around here at the 54.2 mark. So please do note the lowest that it hit intraday when markets crashed last year was around 44 pesos. So next stock I'd like to talk about APL, but I'll just drink first. I really need my drink also. 1 second. So for APL, the stock had a value turnover of 759 million, closed down for the day, closed 5.6% lower. And as I show you the chart, you will see the reason why. So APL closed at 0.2360, and the reason why it closed lower, because yesterday the stock hit the resistance. Yesterday also it hit the 20-day moving average, which in all intents and purposes also was a resistance. So yesterday's blocking resistance, 20-day moving average, is also what prevented the stock today to go higher. So yesterday the stock started low, pushed higher, got blocked by the resistance. Today, it opened close to the resistance, and as you all know, for those who read my books, watch my other videos, you would know that a resistance is an area where there's a higher level of selling. The selling pushed the stock lower. So as of now, the way you would read APL, short term, it's still consolidating. 50-day moving average, which is its support at 0.167. 20-day moving average, and the line that I drew, which is its resistance at 0.259. And the current progression of APL is it's still moving and traversing in a short-term sideways direction, and it has not broken the resistance. So, yun. Next is, did we do PHA already? We're gonna do PHA. But before I continue to talk about PHA. If you're new to this, please do note that these are not stock picks, tips, tricks. Never ever buy, sell, hold, or avoid the stock just because I talk about it here in YouTube, because at the end of the day, it's your money, it's your responsibility. Use this video as information, because the whole goal of this is to give information and just for me to share my ideas. But please decide on your own. Contact your financial advisor for sound advice also, because at the end of the day, investing is all about risk tolerance. It's all about creating your strategy, and it's about the time horizon that you want to fulfill in making your trade. Now, for APL, this is how it looks like. The stock continues to progress from the bounce of the 1.6 support level, from the breakout of the 20-day moving average. It's continually headed toward the resistance. So, here's the thing. For tomorrow, bantayan nyo, and the next few days. If this resistance is solid, then it would be a good area already for those who positioned here, especially at the support. For those who bought at the support, this is also a good take profit level from a support and resistance standpoint, from a vantage point that, hey, support level to resistance na yan. It's already a 108 to 110% trade. So congratulations to those who would want to take profits in that level. So bantayan, again, I repeat, the 3.2 level resistance, failure to break past that, that's a trigger for those who entered earlier to take profits. If it does not break that, possible retracement level will be back to the 20-day moving average, which is around here at the 2.47 level, and to as low as here to the 1.58 level, which is the longer and stronger support as of now. So as you can see right here, no, it's still progressing in a very, very large sideways trend. And if you notice it, the spread is big. And since the spread is big also, the gains are possibly higher. Okay, now let's look at BDO before I then we'll end everything with BITO. So for BDO, so predictable that anytime it goes close to the 114 and 115 level, selling always happens. And this has been the prevailing theme since March 2020, June 2020, December 15, 2020, January 2021, and now February 2021. It's not just there was also selling close to the 115 level. If you notice it also, the selling, large red candle, broke below the 20-day moving average and broke below the 50-day moving average. So the reason why it was down today is basically because it's very, very near the resistance that we have already. It's still currently sideways though, but the selling pressure for BDO did a couple of things. Large red candle close to the resistance, broke below the 108.6 support level, broke below the 20-day moving average, and broke below the 50-day moving average. Same thing for those na gusto sumalo. If it tries to go back here and bounces off that, that could be another opportunity for you to start to pick it up and then trade this particular range. Lastly, let's close it with DITO. But before I talk about DITO once again, just a quick heads up for those who want to learn all of this that I am talking about, from candlesticks, moving averages, MACD, trend analysis, support and resistance, breakouts, breakdowns, RSI. Then we're gonna add ADX, volume-based trading, Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci retracements, then bits and pieces of candlestick patterns, chart patterns, Elliott wave, etc. It will be end of February, first week of March. Everything will be online. It will be an online course, 4 sessions, 4 hours each every weekend, or of technical analysis. So for those who want to learn more about that, link is in the description below. It would be nice to interact with you also for that session. And above and beyond those sessions, those who want to learn via books and videos, everything is in the description below. And I forgot to mention this. Madami nagtatanong taga States, taga Japan that are watching this channel, and then they want to have a broker also that allows them to trade US markets. I have another broker. You can check it out. It's called Webull. That gives exposure already for people. Kung taga US ka man, taga Japan ka, you can trade the US markets using that app. So it's in the description below as well. May crypto din pala sila. Anyways, this is Dito. As we've mentioned in the video yesterday, no, I mentioned that there was a red candle, large red candle. However, the red candle, the selling pressure was not strong enough to break the 14 peso support level. It was not strong enough to break the 20-day moving average. It was not strong enough to break the trend line. It was not strong enough to break the 50-day moving average. The 100 and 200-day moving average are still bullish. No change in direction still for Dito. No, the MACD is still above zero. It's still denoting that it's still bullish. RSI also is not showing us any sell signals. So that's why as we talked about it yesterday, it was so important for you to deploy patience, because patience is one of the most important thing for you to have when you're investing. Value turnover for dito is 1.6 billion. It's up 7.68%. Last traded price is at 17.1. So it traded higher once again. So by the time this video is being recorded, analysis, candlestick, bullish, breakout still intact, 20-day moving average still bullish, the 14 peso level support is also holding, 50-day moving average bullish, 100 to 100-day moving average bullish, RSI bullish, MACD still showing us that the trend is up, and MACD crossover lines are showing us that, hey, the movement, there's still no change in direction that could cause it to go downward. So for those who were able to position at the breakout, at the reversal, at the bounce from support, at the breakout of any moving averages that we're seeing, again, I reiterate it, the best thing that you can do if you want to maximize your gains is not to sell too early, but just wait up until a reversal happens. And based on what I said, there's still no reversal going on. You don't have to panic. You don't have to sell. Don't ever use the line na pera na baka maging bato pa. Yung stock market is all about no sell signals, hold. You're looking at the charts and it's telling you that it's still pushing up, going up. Hold your position, because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Your goal is not to be right. Your goal is to be profitable. Your goal is not to look for the highest place. Your goal is to hold onto it and to maximize it until the fullest extent that you can, up until any sell signal would emerge. And you can put parabolics or you can put Bollinger Bands, or you can use whatever you want. Basta lumabas yun, benta na rin kayo. But up until that time, that it's not telling you to get out, every time you sell, you're just using your emotions. And that's the worst thing that you could ever do. And that's the best way to lose money. And that's the best way to not maximize the potential for you to earn more in the markets. So that's it for now. I hope you guys learned a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that's helpful, and I hope that this is something that gives you the right conviction to be able to trade the markets with confidence, because that's all I want. We want to see more and more and more Filipinos to become multimillionaires, to be able to make an impact, and to be able to give, and to be able to help, and to be able to make a difference in the world around them. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.